Hi everyone, Steve Bures here, live at the CFA National Convention. I was lucky enough to grab Ryan Picklyk, who is the incoming chair of the board. He's a busy man. We were lucky to get a few minutes of his time. Ryan, welcome. How are you doing?
It's great to be here, Steve. Yeah, doing really well. Really well.
So listen, you're stepping into a big role as the chair of the board.
Big shoes. Big shoes. Yeah.
How do you feel about stepping into the role?
I'm really excited. I mean, we've got a great board that I work with. We've got a strategic plan that we've put a lot of work into that kind of sets the direction for us as not only a board but as an organization. So I'm really just excited to get started.
Nice. Well, you've been on the board for a few years already, so It's not like you're coming in cold. You got some momentum behind you.
Yeah, the CFA does a really, really great job of preparing people like myself to step into this role. I feel like I've been apprenticing for the role under both David and Jerry Doherty before him for a few years. So yeah, I feel ready and excited to take it on.
That's great, and I can tell anyone who's watching, I've known Ryan for years, just a great guy, knows franchising. Like, I think you're going to do an awesome job as chair of the board. Like, I couldn't be more excited for franchising going forward. Nothing against David. David Drucker, amazing chair, but if someone has to step into the shoes, I'm very happy it's you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So there is a lot of momentum behind the CFA, as I said. So where do you see us going over the next few years, Ryan? Any sneak peeks we can share with us?
Well, I think you'll hear a lot about it over the next few days, and so I don't want to steal too much of Sherry's thunder as we dig into the strategic plan, but I'd say there won't be too many big surprises either. I mean, we know what makes the CFA great. It's strengthening the community that we have. It's advocating on behalf of the industry, ensuring that we're protecting the industry for the next Steve or Ryan or folks who come after us to make sure that we're preserving this great business model that is franchising. And education. Education's another key piece of our work, ensuring that we're training, whether it's you or I, learning something new at a convention like this one, or again, the next group that comes behind us so that they learn about franchising.
Well said, and I've been looking at the agenda for this year. It looks great. We've been coming to this for 11 years, I think, as Reshift, but the lineup of speakers this year.
Really talented group of speakers. Yeah, the panelists, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm looking around at all the exhibitors this year. Like, it's going to be a big convention.
Yeah, it's always just such a great reminder for me, and I imagine for everyone else, how big this community is, how strong this community is. You see it in where we're standing right now in the supplier showcase. You see it in the rooms. You see it in those meetings with panelists and our keynote speakers. It's a great community to be a part of.
Yeah, I totally agree. And as someone in that community, it's so nice to come here and just see people and talk to people and hear about all the things going on. I love the sessions with Sherry and with the board members, because you get so excited about franchising and the size of franchising and where it's going. So I always walk away just energized from these things.
Well, the thing that I think we all have in common is we're all really passionate about this business. And bringing us all into the room, you can feel that passion. And it's just so exciting to be a part of it. So I agree completely.
Yeah. And so for anyone who's watching who is maybe not a CFA member, what would you say to them as someone who's watching this, maybe didn't make it to this year's convention?
Yeah. Well, join. That would be my first bit of...
Did you hear him? Join.
Because membership is where the magic of this all happens. There's going to be countless interactions between our members over these next few days that are not only going to make their individual businesses better, but improve them too. So there's no better advice I can give than join and be a part of it.
And I can second that. As longtime members of the association, it's tremendous value, and not just from people like Ryan, although they add tremendous value, but from everybody you talk to. And I've often said, so we go to a number of conferences, but it's the franchise conferences where people seem most willing to share, right? You go to a lot of conferences and people aren't necessarily telling you their secrets of their business model. You come here and franchisors helping franchisors is super common. So I really think it's a unique community. different than a lot of other conferences you'll go to, and certainly different than a lot of other associations you could be a member of.
Yeah, I think it's something that's really unique about the industry that we're in. I think when we talk about folks that work in this business, oftentimes they don't have a huge pool of colleagues within their own organization that sort of lives and breathes what they do every day. When you come here, you find that community. There's a large group of people that are either facing the same challenges or excited about the same opportunities, and it gives you a chance to interact with that group in a way that you just don't get to in your everyday work life.
Well said.
Yeah.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much for taking a few minutes. Enjoy the conference. We'll see you around the halls.
Thank you. Great to see you. Yeah, thank you.